Today I fucked up by thinking that I was taking a pregnancy test. This happened this morning. I had stayed the night at my boyfriend's dorm, and so we were both crammed on his shitty dorm mattress. The night went by very peaceful. In the morning I woke up, stood up and stretched, and then headed out to the kitchen. I grabbed a glass of water and chugged it, and then checked my period tracker app. The app said I was a couple days late, so I decided to take a pregnancy test. I went to the bathroom, opened up the test, sat down and began to take it. When I looked at the test, the screen was completely distorted. I couldn't read if it was positive or not, so I decided to try another one. I open a new test, sit down, and miraculously, have a lot more pee in me. I start peeing like a madman. It is just flowing out of me onto the stick. It seems never ending. And then suddenly it stops. And I wake up. In my boyfriend's tiny bed. With him sleeping soundly right next to me. A puddle of my piss spreading across the mattress like wildfire. It was on his sheets, comforter, and his shirt that I was wearing. Luckily I was able to wake him and get him to move before it reached him. The level of embarrassment I felt was insane. We took the sheets off and cleaned up, but I didn't have a change of clothes, so I had to put on yesterday's dirty clothes and sit in shame. He's been cracking bedwetter jokes all day now and I truly feel like I'll never live this down. Too long didn't read, dreamt I was taking a pregnancy test, actually pissed in my boyfriend's bed. Edit, I feel like some people are misunderstanding. My boyfriend cracking bedwetter jokes isn't a bad/rude thing. I think it's funny, and he's a really great guy. He was completely understanding, helped me clean up and didn't for a second make me feel like I should be ashamed. He tried to make me feel better about it, and then afterwards the jokes started. Now it's sort of like an inside joke. This today I fucked up is light-hearted. I'd count this as a win. I'd rather wake a boyfriend to tell him I wet the bed than wake him to tell him he's gonna be a daddy. Stop it, you're going to end up making me look forward to girls peeing in my bed. One time after a night of drinking I started sleepwalking at 5 AM, completely naked, while my boyfriend was getting ready for work and he watched me open the bottom right drawer of my dresser, squat over it, and pee in it. It happens, woman shrugging. My husband used to sleepwalk as a kid and one time slept-walked to the kitchen, opened the fridge, and just started peeing into it. The babysitter was very confused. Crap. Op. I have only peed the bed once in my adult life. I was staying over at a boyfriend's in high school and woke up in a puddle. I was reasonably sure I did it, but it could have been him. Either way, I carefully got out of bed and tiptoed into the kitchen, filled the biggest glass I could find with red Kool-Aid, walked back, climbed onto the bed and dumped it all over both of us. I apologized profusely and we did the laundry. Problem solved. I wear a bite guard at night, because it turns out I have the jaws of a hyena, and I've trained myself never, ever to pee with the bite guard in. I check in my sleep, now. Oh man, you just made me remember this one time I was at a party, and I was really drunk. I was also barely 21 and didn't handle lots of hard liquor like a pro or anything. Anyway, I don't remember if I laughed too hard or coughed, but I totally peed my pants. Standing outside with a bunch of people. Somehow I was smart enough to realize the ground was wet from earlier rain, so I clumsily sat down in a little puddle on the stairs next to me. Whoops, I just sat in a wet spot. I felt so clever and got away with it. But then later that night I took a few shots back to back because I should have said no to peer pressure, then I puked on my shirt for everyone to see. Couldn't really hide that one. Edit, since apparently people think they know exactly where my pee went, it was towards the backside of my crotch. It would have been visible from behind. But I sat in a big enough pub or to wet the entire back and center of my jeans so it was not visible. I have to drink a ton of water for my POTS, so pee dreams are a nightly occurrence for me. Heed the warning. If you're looking for in a bathroom but something seems weird, time to wake up. Fortunately I've always managed to wake up before disaster struck myself. But I am ever vigilant. At least your BF had a good sense of humor about it. He's a great guy, super understanding and funny. Shit happens. Fortunately this time it was just P smile. Today I fucked up by telling my coworkers I like kiddie porn. This happened a few hours ago, but I need to back up to last night to give a proper explanation. I've started watching Chernobyl on HBO since GOT is over. I'm digging it so far and watched episode 3 last night. There's a scene where a group of 100 guys are digging tunnels under the nuclear reactor and it's hot. They can't use fans due to dust and blah blah blah, so these men strip completely naked while they work. My immature ass thinks this is hilarious. I saw more junk in that 30 seconds scene than I've seen in 10 years. I'm giggling like a middle schooler pointing at all the penises. My boyfriend didn't find it as funny, but that's another story. The episode ends, all is well and I go to bed. Then, this morning is when the fuck up happens. I'm chatting with some co-workers during break and someone asks me how my night was. My poor attempt at being funny was to respond with, "It was pretty awesome, I saw a bunch of naked miners." Everybody kind of froze and just stared at me. I didn't clue in for the longest time. I just stared blankly back at them. Nobody laughed at all and I could feel my anxiety closing my throat when it dawned on me. They thought I said naked miners. The English language is fucked up sometimes. I quickly explained what I was actually talking about. Everybody got a great kick out of it, but I'm still the office creep now. TL doctor, I said I saw a bunch of naked miners, but everyone thought I said naked miners. Just a minor fuck up, you'll be okay. I feel like I'm already on a list after reading the title. When I was 12 and horny in the days where the internet was more open, 12-year-old me wanted to fuck other 12-year-olds, as such, dumb me thought that child porn was a great search term. Dang, I didn't even see that coming. Nice job. Little kid lover. Michael Scott, dating profile username. Today I fucked up by going to work on magic mushrooms. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, but a few years ago. I wanna start by saying drugs and drug use are pretty commonplace in the restaurant industry, mainly alcohol and cocaine are the most common. One to wind you down after work and one to get you going for a rush. Other drugs are not hard to find. Well, I was a bit of a hippie growing up. I'm talking white boy with dreadlocks that played bass is a slightly psychedelic rock band, so naturally I started a pretty good relationship with hallucinogenic drugs, mainly mushrooms and acid. Fast forward a couple years, I'm out of culinary school in my early 20s working away for a restaurant that had one of the best kitchen crews I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I got the rare Friday off, so I start making plans with my buddies to take the day for a much needed mushroom trip, as I hadn't done them in a couple years. Around 230 we take our dose, about 5 grams each, and start waiting for them to kick in. Now for anyone who has never done them, they can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to kick in. So me and my buddies are just smoking weed and playing video games. About 40 minutes after taking them I got a call from work. So and so cut his hand pretty bad, we need you in ASAP. So being the good employee I am, I say yeah, no problem, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Get off the phone and my buddy asks dude, what did you just agree to? Without missing a beat I'm going into work. Guy cut his hand. Dude, we're like 10 minutes out from tripping. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I panic briefly but remember past experience of friends having bad trips and calm myself down. Knowing we have a good crew, I'm thinking shit, maybe I can just hide down on Friars for the night or something. I get in, not tripping too bad yet, colors are brighter and I've got a warm feeling in my stomach. Okay, I fucking got this. Stroll over to the reservation book. About 150 people between 6 and 8, right in the middle of when I'll be peaking. Okay, I'm fucked. Get onto the line and turns out I'm working saute with a guy I'm so in sync with we barely have to talk. I asked to take the easy job of setting up pans and plating, figure I'd set myself on fire if I was the one cooking. As we get into the bulk of the rush I start tripping harder and harder, things look like they are breathing, getting minor hallucinations in my peripheral vision, but I'm keeping my shit together. At about 7 we are just flying, food is coming out so well and the guy calling out orders is keeping everyone motivated and says holy shit, the saute boys are killing it tonight. I can't contain myself anymore and just burst out laughing. Everyone looks at me like I'm crazy. As I'm laughing I manage to say I'm on fucking mushrooms man, which sends the whole kitchen into an uproar that can be heard from the dining room. Word got around quick to everyone and they are all making fun of me and pointing and laughing. Word gets to the owner, he comes back, takes a look at me and asks the board caller has he been putting up food. Yeah, he's been killing it. Then I don't give a fuck what he's on, just keep killing it. Rest of the night goes smooth, so I guess it wasn't much of a fuck up in the end, but it was a hell of an interesting night for sure. Too long, didn't read, forgot I took mushrooms, accepted a shift at work. Edit, thanks for silver and gold you heathens. But as many other people do, I'd prefer you to give your money to local addictions services in your area. Edit, extra story. I currently work at the same place this happened at, but they sold the place last year. It's a marina restaurant, so it's seasonal, but next summer will be my 11th in a row. I'm currently the sous chef for the new owners. We are open year round but on a lot smaller of a scale cause winter is cold in Canada. Edit, holy shit guys, I just got off my second shift of the day. This got way bigger than I expected. I'll try to reply to as many people as I can. Edit, I've now been recognized from this post. Shout out Ab and D's. Ever hear the story of a MLB pitcher dropping acid, and then being called in to pitch? He pitched a no-hitter, or something super impressive like that. Doc. Netflix documentary called No No. Today I got fucked up. 9/10 good story. Thank you. How the fuck could you even function on 5 grams? You should have been in shroom land. I did 5 grams once. Wouldn't recommend it. That's wild. I've done them before. I wouldn't recommend anyone even go out in public, let alone work. Lol. Yeah, it's best if you take em in the woods or somewhere alone with close friends. You can't function like a normal human being if you take a good amount of shrooms.